Hi everyone, I'm Jeremiah from laughingplace.com and welcome to this edition of Laughing Place on Location. Today, as you can see, we're in the center of EPCOT, ready to explore the 2025 EPCOT International Festival of the Arts. The EPCOT International Festival of the Arts has been one of my favorite festivals since 2017 when it launched. There's so much to see, do, hear, and taste. You can't possibly get it all done in one day. So come with me as we explore a little bit, and hopefully you'll want to come out and explore on your own. The expression section has been a hit with guests here at the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts since the first year. Guests walk up, are assigned a number that corresponds with a paint color, and then they get to work on their own piece of art. This giant mural is changed out approximately every 2 to 3 days, depending on how busy it is.
Everything in this room may change time and time again.
Sometimes it's done in one day, sometimes it takes a few.
Yeah.
But it is a great option for guests visiting here who just want to take part in the art.
Wow.
Welcome to Once Upon a Stage, celebrating 30 years of Disney on Broadway, inside Epcot's Communicore Hall. Step inside and explore props and costumes from your favorite stage musicals, and peek behind the curtain to see how Broadway magic is made.
One of the neatest parts of this exhibit is the Lion King Mask and Puppet Workshop, where you can actually see some of the puppets and masks that were created for the Lion King Broadway musical. This exhibit showcases everything so close. You can really see how amazing they are. One of my favorite parts of this, though, of course, is on that radio right there. The Binford Tools, a throwback to Home Improvement.
I love surprises.
One of the other displays is the Aladdin Costume Studio, which gives you a chance to get up close with the costumes from this amazing musical. You also get a chance to see concept art, essentially what the station would look like where they created the costumes. Speaking of costumes, here is a great display of some of the costumes from different shows throughout the years. Newsies, Ariel from The Little Mermaid.
What would I give if I could live out of these waters?
You can see how large the dingle hopper is she carries around, as well as her tail. Things I learned today is, or the genie's staff, it's actually a microphone. In the background you can see Mary Poppins' costume.
Good luck will rub off when he shakes hands with you.
Here's one of the newest ones from the upcoming show Hercules that'll be opening in London later this year. And then, of course, you can't have Disney on Broadway without Anna and Elsa.
The Broadway adaptation of Frozen has taken its final bow.
But by far one of the cutest bits is the Olaf toy from early in the show. You get to see, how amazing this puppet is. Here you can see Frozen and what the stage would look like when the girls are young. But then if you come off to the side, you can also see what would be waiting off wing to go onto stage at a different point. It's also amazing that some of these props that we've seen for years on stage are right here in front of us. This is the book from the Beast Library from Beauty and the Beast.
No, not the kick lines!
And as you can tell, it's King Arthur. And he even has the words, so if Belle forgets her line while she's reading it to the Beast, it's all right there. We have costumes and a prop from Newsies, including Catherine's costume. And the printing press. Again, things that you never get to see this close are on display just behind a velvet rope. While we're in here celebrating the 30 years of Disney on Broadway, we can also see some of the merchandise, including this very cute setup of Figment that would be a throwback to the original Journey into Imagination.
With just that spark in me and you.
But as far as the merchandise goes, you can't get enough Figment, including lounge flies, ears, some great lug bags, and then of course, everyone's favorite item, Spirit jerseys. Of course, besides the performing arts, there is actual art for sale. This is a display of one of my favorite artists, Rob Kaz. He does amazing pieces. I own quite a few of his, and these, are some of his ones for this year. Jack and Sally. This Remy one is beautiful. Along with Disney artists, of course, there are also third-party artists that come in, and this is part of the Thomas Kincaid Studios, which has been a longtime partner with Disney and has some of the most beautiful pieces of artwork you could ever imagine, including some great marvel. Of course, if you don't have room in your suitcase, they do also do shipping anywhere in the world, so be prepared to come away with a few pieces of art. Here between France and Morocco, we have the Disney Gallery artist tents. These are the most popular, as they will have lines for signings almost every day during the festival. Not only that, they also have some of the most amazing Disney art that you'll ever want to hang on your wall. Another artist that's often featured here at the EPCOT Fest of the Arts is Scooter. His artwork is very retro and definitely makes you feel like you're back at Disneyland in the 50s.
Here was no mere amusement park. Here was a whole new concept in entertainment.
Some amazing art, and of course, it ties right into Epcot and the Festival of the Arts. Each Festival of the Arts, the one thing that I must do is stroll around World Showcase, finding all of these amazing characters. Each country has their own, you just have to know where to look. But that's also part of the challenge, is to try to find them all. Here in France, of course, you can see Remy running up the drain pipe and Emile having a snack on the light. Abu has been here in Morocco since the second year of the Festival of the Arts. The chock full of characters here in Italy, of course, focus on the Disney Pixar characters from Luca. These are often missed because they are kind of behind one of the bars, but definitely worth looking for. Here in China is what I feel is the original chock full of character, and that's Mushu and Cricky from Disney's Mulan. This was the very first one I ever remember seeing. It was also the event poster for the second year. One of the most elusive of the chock full of characters is here in Norway, and that is Bruni from Frozen 2, hiding in the fireplace. Most people just walk right past and never see him. behind me is the American Gardens Theater. Each day at the festival, they have a Animation Academy class, and then in the evening, it comes alive with the Disney on Broadway series. Actual Broadway performers come out and perform different songs from Disney Broadway musicals, old and new, and is definitely a highlight of the festival. For the Epcot Festival of the Arts, one of my all-time favorite places to eat is the Pop Eats, and it is absolutely the most basic thing in the world: tomato soup with grilled cheese. It is definitely the easiest and best place to eat while you're walking around. The EPCOT International Festival of the Arts ends on February 24th, which gives you a few weeks before it ends. If you're looking to come out, we always suggest MEI Travel, Mouse Fan Travel. Good partners. They take care of everything you could possibly need. They'll give you a free quote for everything you could possibly want to do. That does it for this episode of Laughing Place on Location. I hope you enjoyed exploring the EPCOT International Festival of the Arts with me. We got to see some amazing art. I got to taste some great food. We got to see some amazing performances from Broadway singers, and we are going to wrap up this show with one special Kiss Goodnight from Spaceship Earth.